Hello, welcome back. First and foremost, this is our first video in the just about finished room where we have our wall of lights everywhere, which is just creating perfect environment for doing what we're about to do. This is, as the title says, a Mirka video because Mirka, and we're going to go full circle actually, because a while ago we showed you the Deros rotary sander and we showed you this on the Jensen, and I'll put a link to it up over here. So amazing bit of kit, that the Deros. So good in fact that Mirka now have the Polaros. So they've taken the Deros and they've converted it into a polishing mop, and we've got one, and we're really excited to be using this because it's we have used the demo machine, and it is again kind of like the Deros. It was a no-brainer. We're having one of these. Oh, look at that polishing apron. I'm assuming, yes, polishing apron. Right, so let's get this out of the box and show you why we were so keen to grab hold of this. And as I say, kind of full circle because we're going to polish the Jensen. So we used the Deros to remove the Jensen's paint, and we used the Polaris to polish the new paint. Raftly boxes. Straight off the bat, it comes with a really, really useful 10.5 metre long cable. So this is going to be, we're in a confined space here, which is great, but we're not dragging cables everywhere and extension leads everywhere. We will just run the one 10.5 metre extension cable. So the machine itself is looks almost identical. You can see obviously where they've modified and adapted. So looks wise, virtually the same. Controls are the same as on the Deros, and it's super, super lightweight. I don't have the weight to hand right now, but it looks like a big, chunky, heavy machine, but it's actually really lightweight and nicely balanced. And we're going to offset this or balance it up against our Milwaukee battery machine. And straight away, I can feel the weight difference. So we'll come back to this in a minute. Right, let's get some power on. And we have here one of the Jensen doors, which we have gone over with we've denibbed 1500, 3000. It's a bit grubby at the minute, and I will give that a good clean down. Same as with the Deros. We have a removable cable, which is brilliant because these things can take a bit of a pounding. So 150mm Velcro head on there. So let's grab one of our new, let's go for a new one. Our friends at Cartech with their awesome pads and their awesome polishes. We'll get this. Now these are 140mm pads. That's a 150 head. They do the bigger pads with Cartech, but we've got the 140s here. Now, I've got that as central as I can. We should be good to go. Let's get set up with a second pad, because what I want to do is highlight. Of course, I've got no power. Hopefully, I've got enough. Yeah. One of the big things with this is how bloody quiet it is. It is a super, super quiet machine. And I will show this in a minute and highlight the just how quiet it is. But these noise cancelling microphones will probably make that a bit of a challenge. But we have ways and means. Right, sorry, I'm waffling. Let's clean this panel down first. Panel spray from Cartech is a really nice little degreaser, cleans any surfaces that you wish to polish. And it's almost entirely made of alcohol, so when it's cold in winters like this, there's a little tipple to keep you warm. Anyway, right. Get all the residue off of there. That's safely there. This is where I should have my apron on, isn't it? Right. One of the great features we found with this Polaros, one of the many great features, is it's got a ramp down facility. Now, if we come back to how it's turned on, it's exactly the same as with the Deros. Turn it on here, full variation of speed. This can get connected via Bluetooth to your phone, but I don't really go for all of that. And that will tell you exactly which speed you're running at. Now, I'm reliably informed that at 2 green buttons here, we're about 1500 RPM, which is what we like to operate on. Now, what I can do here is if I press the plus and the minus together, it flashed red there briefly. What that does, it puts us into ramp up mode. So when I turn this on, so just spread that to begin with. I turn it on and lock it into position. That is moving so slowly now. That's not 1500 RPM. But we've got ramp up mode on, which means as soon as pressure is applied, it will ramp it up to the 1500 RPM, which means I'm not throwing polish around until I'm on contact. What it also has is a ramp down function. So if you apply too much pressure, it will slow the RPM down, minimizing your chances of burning through. So here we are idling essentially. I don't know if you heard that, but straight away we've picked up the pace. We're now at 1500 RPM and the pad is slightly off center because I'm jittering around a little bit. Now, as I say, we've got noise cancellation on the microphones we're using. So I'd imagine you can barely hear a thing right now. But in truth, we can barely hear a thing here either. This is so silky quiet. It's unbelievable. And it's lightweight. And because it locks the on function on, I'm not holding a trigger. I'm just holding the polishing machine and guiding it where I need to go. Silky smooth and unbelievably quiet. Now at the minute I'm just pretty much moving this compound around because this is a demo to show you the machine, not how to flatten and polish. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this pass over to use the polish compound up. And then what we'll probably do is we've got Bo watching this right now and he's got an iPhone without any mics on it at all. So I will give him the nod and hopefully that'll have an accurate depiction. And then that's slow right back down again now. I don't know if that's picking up on this microphone, but we'll try and show that on the microphone with Bo in just a minute. So let me just grab this compound off of here. Oh. I mean, a quick shout out to Cartech and their compounds. That was 4,000. You can see how light a pass that was. Look at that. To be fair, shout out to Novel as well. CSR lacquer is never going to be beaten, but only the best equipment here. So what I'm going to do now is if you fire up the camera now, Bo, and record this, in editing I'll try and overlay that visual, that audio, and we should get a good sense of the noise differences. So, you ready, Bo? You recording? This is our Milwaukee polisher, which is a great bit of kit, not knocking this at all. We are in fact going to do a Milwaukee video very soon as well because we love Milwaukee products. So, same compound, same head, as you can see, all the same stuff. I'll just spread this across here and hope the battery power lasts long enough just for this demo. And you recording? Here we go. Straight away you've got that high-pitched whine. And I'm finding, I'm having a shout above it just so that the people in the room can hear me. actually do that all day, which you can do with polishing. And again, we're still using this audio, if I manage to do this correctly. Turn it on, ramp up mode, and away we go. I mean, I know it's brand new and out of the box, but the difference is just phenomenal. It'd be nice, obviously, if I could do a fair test and have the Milwaukee straight out the box. But I'm not buying another Milwaukee polisher just to prove the point to you guys, because I know, memories don't fade that much, that polishers are noisy machines. This new machine from Mirka is just phenomenal. So quiet, absolutely effortless and controllable. I know the Milwaukee is a battery powered machine, so it's got a bit more bulk to it. It's a longer, more cumbersome machine. But it is just silky smooth making passes over this. And there is absolutely no effort involved at all. Let's see if I can. I'll try and not stall it as such, but as I say, it's got the ramp down function. So if I put more pressure on it, I can't hear it, and I don't want to put too much pressure on it. But use up the last of this material, wipe it down. And I don't know if you've heard that on there, but let's do that again actually. You can hear it ramp up. Come off. It slows down. I'm hoping you can hear that. The problem is, it is such a quiet machine that trying to highlight these differences is not actually being the easiest thing to do. But, well, this little demo video, and I've almost got a panel done. It's a wonderful bit of kit. Really can't recommend it highly enough. Again, with a lot of the products that don't zoom in too close, Lou, I haven't got all of it yet. But with a lot of these products that we do, these are high-end professional tools. This was, off the top of my head, this was around the 450 mark, plus the VAT. So again, if you're sitting there as a home DIY person who wants to clean their car a couple of weekends in the summer, you're probably not going to rush out and buy one of these. But if you're in a trade and you are doing this and this is your living, again, this comes with a 2+1 warranty. So it's a 2-year warranty, fill out a form, send it off, it becomes a 3-year warranty. And if you're doing this day in, day out for £450, if this goes bang in 3 years and 1 day's time, you've had your money's worth. And I'm not suggesting it will, but they're just quality tools, reliable quality tools. And if you're doing it day in, day out, or even you do it as a part-time thing, it is well worth time, money and investment in getting some proper tools. And Mirka's Deros and Polaros, we have just been blown away with the quality. So I hope that's come across okay on the video. I hope I managed to sort out the sound so you get the sound comparison really well. And yeah, contact Mirka. We got our machine through our distributor, TCP, Total Concept Paints. I'll put a link down here, give them a call. Well worth the money, well worth investing it. For a piece of ears, if nothing else. So thanks for watching. We'll do another car very, very soon.